Alright, trading recap for the 25th of October, 2 and a bit, just call it a 2 hour day. BBIG, Plug, BE, Lucid, 4 stocks. I think I traded really well, even though the numbers aren't that great. So BBIG is a piece of crap, but it was bouncing off of 480 and 5, these levels here. The ATR on it is almost $1, it's 90 cents, but here it's only been doing 60 cents these last couple days, so I was not expecting a big bounce. And because I wasn't expecting a big bounce, I should have actually have taken more profit here, but I digress. So I believe it was at 1 minute, 3 bar play whenever it loads, which is apparently not going to be anytime in the future. Thank you. It wasn't. It was a nothing. It was a 1 minute high, and then oh yeah, I took a 20% partial, and then this was a 20% slippage on my stop loss at break even. So this literally, after this trade was done, I looked at my P&L and it was 0, 0, 0. So then after it laid all of these bottoming tails here, and it looked kind of like a 2 minute 3 bar play, something like this, I got in long. It just looked like it wanted long. They kept hitting the 528, 529 level. Once it broke 530, I got in at long. Partial, big partial. Up here I took 50% of my position off, 20%, 50%. And then, because this was some level from yesterday, I was looking for this, and because it still had range, I was actually looking for it to make pre-market highs again, because it did have the range, if you were looking at this 90 cents and believing it, but whatever. So it couldn't even get up to here. I think this is yesterday's close. No, it's yesterday's open. That's what this line is. It couldn't even tap that. So I should have taken more here. Then once it came down and made the retest, I got out some more, and then it came back up. I had my stop loss below all these levels. Stop loss was in the right place, right under here, and it held, and then boom. So I knew it was in the right place. With it, when it broke this trend line, I was looking at getting out here. I just was looking at the 5 minute and the 15, and it was trending, and SPY was trending, and I thought, why can't it go more? That was my argument. Why can't it? It tested. I thought this was gonna. You just tell yourself it's gonna be the one, right? BBIG Plug. Oh my goodness, internet is slow right now. So this one had no news. This was actually on my secondary. You can see this level here. Bang, 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 bang. And then over here. So I needed to take it long above whatever that was, 33.70, which I did not do, because I took it into that level. This was ugly. It was also, I believe, like a 2, this would have been a 1 minute. But this one was also kind of you really have to get fancy to believe. Anyway, it bounced off this level, bounced again, and it just looked high. Oh, and I know why I took this. Because Plug and XPEV usually move in unison. So this right here is 944, and this is Plug. XPEV at 940 had already moved. So at 940 here, I was like, it's gotta move, because they always move in tandem. This one had the catalyst, but I was already late to the party on this one, so that's why I got into Plug. It was kind of a sector play, because they usually move in tandem. I mean, I bet if I'd look at NEO, it would have moved too, but anyway, I had the proper stop loss, because on the 2 minute, it was just below whatever this is, pre-market low, and underneath this wick. And so I got in long, it right away came, almost stopped me out, and then took my first partial, took a massive partial up here, 50%. I should have partialed right here because this was 3R, but it didn't quite touch touch my 3R, and I just got greedy and said, no, I put my stop loss underneath here. I thought it was going to screw around here on the 5 minute. I knew it would screw around a bit, but I thought it would just keep running up to here. So I was looking for this level up here, the 35 level. I mean, it might still do it. It's above the highs of the day now. Whatever. BE, what did I do on this? This one. I knew as soon as I took this one I shouldn't have taken it. So it rejected this. Kind of rejected this level as well, pre-market low, and so I got in, what was it, probably a 1 minute 3 bar play, something like that. Yeah, 1 minute 3 bar play. I wanted to get above this, and when it got stuffed, granted there's some sort of trend line here, however you want to put it, broke that, but once it's stuffed, I knew, like I thought maybe there'd be one more kind of retest and then rip. But I did have these double bottoms here. I had the double bottoms and I thought this was it. Then once I saw these double bottoms, then I was like, okay, I would have gotten in long here, looking for this, and then it's just kind of a placeholder. It's not an actual trade, or whatever. And as well as kind of this would have been a 5 minute 3 bar play, put in the hammer. I was looking at it long here, and then here it ran to target eventually. Yeah, I was just too early to the move. I was just too early. That's it. It was too obvious to stuff this. Like, it was way too obvious. BBIG, plug VE, Lucid. That's it. So all of this farting around for 2R. It's pretty funny, honestly. Okay, double bottoms. Probably a 2 minute 3 bar play. Yeah, 2 minute 3 bar play, long. I was looking again for this level. Y on Lucid. Put in a bit of a hammer yesterday. I wanted to do the long up to 25. And that's the thing, like, I had no idea I was going to do this, like, none. I looked at the ATR, I looked at the fact that it had done half of it, it gapped into nowhere land. I just thought it would bounce its head off this 25-40 level, and it was done. So I was more than happy to take my entire position off right here. I mean, if I could have known that this thing would have ripped to 27, now it's throwing, kind of ending volume now, but, oh, it's back down, I see. Yeah, if I would have known. I didn't think it had it in it, but it clearly did. What else I got? PayPal, I didn't trade, this thing was ugly. News was that I guess PayPal doesn't want to buy pins, so this thing gapped up. So I was actually, because they kind of sucked in the shorts here, and this was a short squeeze, I figured this would be a long on the open. I was actually looking at this thing long, back up to this volume node, which I was clearly long about pins. Pins, I was looking for a quick pump off the open, immediate pump, and then back off, and then I knew it would have some weakness during the day, but whatever form that might take. Plug, PayPal B, Lucid, XBET, RRC was the other one I was looking at. All-time highs, this thing just took off and I did not see it coming. Oh yeah, this was actually the play I wanted to take. This was kind of the trade of the day and I wouldn't have had to fart with the rest of it. This was a 3 minute, 3 bar play. But the thing is, I would probably have my stop there, entered there. I might have just gotten 1R. I probably wouldn't have taken a partial. So who's to know what would have happened about that? BBIG went through. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 hour day, and I don't know, I just felt that I read kind of more the most likely scenario of what was going to happen as opposed to my typical like gap up, take a long, gap down, take it short. So it is what it is.